Well, a very good morning to you. We're coming to you live from the Mandela Park Stadium right here in Khayelitsha in the Western Cape. It's just gone 8 a.m. and of course we're giving you rolling coverage of the ANC's 113th anniversary. I'm not alone. My colleagues Samkele Maseko is joining me right here at the stadium, and we've got Lulama Magya, who is stationed just outside the stadium, just monitoring, of course, as ANC supporters and members trickle into the stadium. The ANC is expecting around about 22,000 of its supporters to come and listen to ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa deliver the historic January 8 statement. Of course, this statement does come at a time where the ANC suffered its electoral decline in the 29 May 2024 elections. And of course, we know that it is also dealing with endemic corruption, also internal factions within the party, also dealing with high levels of unemployment in this country. Of course, we are being told that the ANC will use this opportunity to reflect on the May 29, 2024 election, but also continue to speak on its renewal. We continue to get analysis here too in terms of what we can expect that January 8 statement to entail, just given the dynamics that the ANC is currently faced with. I am joined by our politics editor, Mzwandile Mbeje, right here. Mzwandile, thank you so much for your time. Of course, exciting time for the ANC, but also deep reflective moment for the party. What can we expect then from President Cyril Ramaphosa?
Well, a very good morning to you, Unati, and the viewers. This is indeed a great moment for the ANC to take stock of what has happened in the past few months. Perhaps they may have taken the support that they've been receiving from South Africans for granted, but the May elections reminded them that, you know, that kind of support that you are having is actually loaned to you. If you are not perhaps doing what people expect of you, they can always take it away. So this is a moment where the ANC, they have always characterized themselves as the leader of society, as the people's parliament. So are you on the right track? Are you doing exactly that? Are you representative of the people as you've always told us that you are? So if you are not, what is it that you have done wrong? So this is the moment for the ANC president to really take stock, a deep reflection, because this is not really his speech alone. This is Unati, an ANC January 8 statement crafted by the NEC, delivered on behalf of the NEC by, of course, their leader. So that statement that you'll be hearing is not just President Ramaphosa talking to South Africans or the ANC supporters, but it's the leadership of the ANC, that NEC that was elected in 2022, saying, we are here, we've been there, we are going forward. So how do they respond to the kinds of challenges that are faced them will be something worth watching.
I want to just talk about just one of those challenges. So I mean, as we lead to the local government 2026, it's going to be very important for the ANC to step up on its renewal policies, something that we haven't seen but continue to hear of year in and year out in terms of their January 8 statement. How pivotal is it in this climate for them to really start implementing just some of those policies?
Yeah, I think they will have to start perhaps doing things differently, because sometimes you get a sense that they speak about things they want to do but employ the same tactics which have led to them actually failing. So are you still going to be doing exactly the same thing, hoping for different results? I think they need to be a different ANC, of course, anchored on their values and their culture. But you need to prove, you need to remind people why you are the ANC that was loved, or maybe that is still loved. It's just that some of the people simply don't go out to vote because that is the way of expressing their dissatisfaction. So it will, for me, it will really be interesting to see You're talking renewal, employing same tactics or new tactics, or you're talking renewal but are doing something slightly different to show that you are on a different trajectory, because it's pointless, Unat, to say, I want to change things. But when I look at what you are doing, you're doing exactly what you were doing 5 years ago and hoping for different results. So that's where the ANC will really have to set itself apart. Otherwise, 2026 is not very far. So if nothing drastic is changing, and by the way, South Africans have known the ANC to serve them. If they then feel it's not serving them the way they expect it, so they'll protest, either by not voting or perhaps by sitting at home. So for me, I see this as an opportunity for the ANC to look at itself, to reflect, and to march forward. Will they do it with the same path or a different path, slightly altered? Anybody's guess.
Absolutely, Mzwai. Of course, it is a different kind of ANC that we'll be hearing from today. Also, as Mzwandile has alluded to, change really needs to be the word of the day, essentially, for the ANC. You can't be doing the same things. A sentiment that has been shared by various analysts that we've been speaking to say that atop of that January 8th statement, of course, will also be reflecting on the 2024 national and provincial elections, but also looking ahead to the local government elections of 2026. And as we've already discussed, renewal of the ANC also top of that agenda. Well, we are coming from Khayelitsha, of course, essentially where the ANC decided this year that it would be taking its January 8th statement. We've seen the leadership of the party for the better part of this week, in fact, engaging with the community of Khayelitsha and other communities within the province. I'm now going to cross to Samkele he's in the stadium. He's at a different part of the stadium, just to give us his vantage point and, of course, what the people and the ANC supporters are essentially saying that are here today. Samkele, over to you.
Well, Unati, what we can say is that it does certainly feel and look like we're at a presidential imbizo of President Cyril Ramaphosa as a head of state. They are essentially taking the ANC to the people. They are here in Khayelitsha. As you can see, these members, the rank and file of the African National Congress, have essentially walked in from the neighboring areas of this township of Khayelitsha to listen to Mandela of their President Cyril Ramaphosa and the National Executive Committee of the African National Congress, who will be giving that January 8th statement. As you alluded, he will speak extensively about the outcomes of the 29th of May general elections. He will speak about the current political epoch that South Africa is in and that the ANC is in, reflecting on the government of national unity. I'm just going to ask my colleague Kwazi Manzi just to show you the depth of where these people are coming from this township of Khayelitsha, the neighboring areas. They are walking in by that security search point that we are showing you in these visuals at this point in time. They are being ferried by taxis. Some of them are walking just across, who are staying in and around this precinct of the Nelson Mandela Memorial Park here in Khayelitsha. The issues to be tabled: the lives of how South Africans are living, the deplorable socio-economic conditions, poverty, unemployment, underdevelopment, GNU, international balance of forces, particularly within the SADC region, and how former liberation movements are seemingly losing power within the SADC region. It will look into the South-South cooperation. It will look into the BRICS formations, the expansion of BRICS, and what that could bring to South Africa. It will also look extensively on the upcoming G20 summit that will be held in South Africa, as the presidency of the G20 is in South Africa's hands currently, Unati. But you can see these ANC members behind us. They are jovial, they are dancing, they are waiting for the arrival of their leaders. But I am not alone here at this Nelson Mandela Memorial Park. I am also with Lulama Macha, my colleague, who is standing at the entrance of the stadium. Over to you, Lulama.
Thank you very much, Samkele, and welcome to Mandela Park Stadium, where the ANC is holding its January 8th statement. Khayelitsha is a stronghold of the ANC, whilst the party's support in the province has declined since it lost control of being in charge of this province in 2009, but Khayelitsha still remains its stronghold. We see ANC supporters coming in numbers to come to this event to listen to President Cyril Ramaphosa, their president, when he will be addressing them this day on the January 8th statement. Let me speak to some of the ANC supporters here. Nizobhiyoza namhlanje?
Yes, mama, sizobhiyoza namhlanje. Thina sisuka pha kulamasipala kuthiwa iNdlambe eEastern Cape. Size apha eCape Town. Sizokubhiyoza i-113 years ye-ANC umbutho esilandelayo esuthandayo kakhulu. Kaya into bangaba nasisuke kapha sizotho apha. Nkosi.
Enkosi mem. Niyavuya ukuba lapha?
Yeah.
Awusho sibona. Siyavuya kakhulu sizoba lapha. Sizocelebrate iminyaka 130 years. Mnandi kumsiyona nisuka nice na. Sizocelebrate le minyaka ye-ANC. Sinibonela lento bangaba kwiminyaka emizayo usuka ngoku kuya ku-2025 siwuthathe ilungelo lethu.
Nifuna upresident umva esithini namhlanje? Nifuna umva esithini?
Kwicala lethu sifuna upresident athethe nge-rebuild of the ANC, i-renewal of the ANC, the structuring of all the branches.
Mna bengicela upresident alungise qala i-branches zalapha embuthweni apha Western Cape. If unolungisa i-branches zalapha eWestern Cape singayithatha le province beyethu.
Ayilungise azilungise njani?
Azilungise njani? Aye kwi-branches athumela abantu kanye aye kwi-branches. Kulungisa i-branches. I-branches asafunction ngolhlobo ezifunctiona ngazo i-branches. Okokuqala sisilutsha thina sifuna imisebenzi. Asinamisebenzi okokuqala.
Okay. Studio. Now, as the ANC supporters are coming in with a flag, Khayelitsha branch, Ward 22, let's take it back to you at the studio.